Bad is made to seem good and good is made to seem bad, where right is said to be wrong and wrong is said to be right. Struggle, watch the road,
share the video on all your social media outlets. Drop some fire emojis out there, y'all. Let's turn up. We just catching up.
We feel like don't nobody love us, and more drama, more drama, more drama. Lives lost as blood spills on account of karma. Empty hearts and lost souls, they're all around us. What's the problem? We judge more than we take the time to understand each other. All of our stories different. No one's perfect, we're all great, but potential's hidden under the pain that life throws in our directions. They say love's the antidote, we need prescriptions. Just think about that. I'm done talking. GC. You know.
All right, before we get into this next one, man, we're going to keep it real short and sweet because we got a lengthy video of this Polight, Surviving Polight Part 3. You understand me? Make sure y'all share the live stream. Drop some fire emojis. You can hear me. This is your brother, Aboriginal Power, a.k.a. Copper Grizzly. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you out here. Hey, y'all know I play new artists that's up and coming, moving around. I want y'all to go check out She Gon' Sway on Instagram. Sway Chung Lee remix. I'm about to play it right now. I'll drop the link in the chat.
You must not know I'm that bitch. You must not know that I'm popping. You must not know I'm the shit. You must not know ain't no stopping. You must not know I'm that bitch. You must not know that I'm popping. You must not know I'm the shit. You must not know ain't no stopping. I'm a hustler ass bitch and I want my money now. Bitch, fuck the gossip. I pulled up on you just to really pop shit. You think you big, you top shit? Well, I'm about to be the trending topic, yeah. How many of them could've did it with finesse? I'm flying in and out the A, I'm chasing checks. Whatever room that I walk in, I'm breaking necks. And snatching bitches out the line because I'm next, yeah. Oh, now she trying to be friends like I forgot. I got the key on my wrist and I'm opening all the locks. If you thought that you were winning compared to me, you are not. I just got the call from bro, now they need me back on the block. It's nothing stopping this garbage shit that I'm dropping. These bitches, they think they bout it, I'm pulling shit cause I'm popping. Yeah, I hold my own shit. Ain't nobody that can doubt me. If your ass ain't getting money, then get the fuck from around me, cause I ain't got time for the bullshit. shit. Bitches steady talking, but they never trying to war with it. Niggas always capping about a gun, but they ain't pulling shit. Trying to be a big dog on your page, I ain't got time for it. What? You can't touch me, sis. I be whipping in the Benzie, don't touch my whip. Putting niggas in a frenzy, can't touch my drip. You can't step too close to me because you might just slip. On this sauce to showing you just what a boss bitch is. Since you copy me, and that makes you a boss bitch kid. If you dissing, yeah, I'm flipping cause it's not your year. And it's crowning up for takes, and I'ma make that clear. Look, I went and caught the chopsticks just to pull up like a chef and chop shit. If you ever think you taking off my plate, you not, sis. Why? Cause how I'm coming on the beat is like a train derailed. If I'm not on the starting team, no on the game be held. Can play with kitties, make them cry, pull their piggy tails. Then I show them all these hits just like Beyonce sales. Being a baddie make these niggas wanna touch on me. I wouldn't let him even if he had a buck for me. And if a nigga think he finna put a cuff on me, I make him buy me what I want just for my company. Cause I been lit, bitch, you been sick. Bentley, Benz whips, what I been in. Dingy knee highs, what you stripping. We don't take shots, we just send them. If you big this, you get flipped quick. You ain't getting money, gotta take a big risk. On that swine shit, they drop, you get picked it. I ain't never scared, point me to the big bitch. You must not know ain't no stopping. I'm a hustler ass bitch, and I want my money now. She just
Yeah, go check it out, man. That's some fire shit that they got on. Go check it out. That's the sister She Gon' Sway on YouTube. That's a new artist, man. Go check them out. Show some love. Let them know Big Aboriginal Power sent y'all over there. Go leave some comments. I'll put the link in the chat. All right, since we got that out the way, let's get straight into the video. We got 41 listeners, 41 family members off in here. Let's get this thing cracking and get it started. Make sure y'all go hit the like button right now. So before we get into it, I want y'all to hit the like button right now. All right. Since we back. All right, let's start the audio. Drop some fire emoji. I want to see fire emojis flooded in the chat right now. Please drop them right now and let me know if you can see and hear everything loud and clear. And let's continue. Let's go.
What I'm saying? So y'all be patient and we're gonna get this together. I appreciated that everybody thumbs up this video. How many of y'all new subscribers to More World TV? Press 1 if you're a new subscriber, family. And if you're a new subscriber, let me first and foremost say thank you, because it's up to us. And I'm going to dedicate my channel to making sure that you know. And I'm also going to be dedicated. We got plenty of ones. I appreciate it. We got pt3 in the building. All right, is that pt3 for real? That ain't pt3. If that's pt3, what's that joint? Hey. That joint. He be killing it with the syllables. But with that being said, we got Inky back. So put the kids to bed, put the children to bed, because we're about to go in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But now let me put this back up here.
Yeah, let's
make sure y'all share the live stream, fam.
Door.
I appreciate it if y'all share the live stream. Let's go.
I almost got killed in that car.
Nah. There you go. Now, in this car right here, right? Where are you? You was in California, right?
Yep.
And I follow this stuff. I'm telling you, ever since Polight tried to scam people in Baltimore, but I've been keeping my eye on them. Because the way that it happened is, and I'll let you go from here. Polight came and do a lecture in Baltimore, and friends of mine, you know what I'm saying, that don't play around, they don't play no games. He see one of them flag and was like, Talker, introduce me to them. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I'm thinking Polight was cool. You know what I'm saying? Introduce him, and you know, he just carried it real wrong, real greasy, and he did it with the wrong people because you know he lucky. Let's just say that. With that being said, so I've been tracking him, and so I knew this was in California. And so what I wanted to ask you was, What's the story behind this picture?
Okay, so right there,
See on blood.
we just getting that car. So I'm just fresh into LA, just off the plane, and my guy, well, actually at the time, just to bring it back, because the timing of everything is important. A guy picks me up at the airport. So Polight introduces me to him as, yo, this is my man, such and such and such. I ain't gonna say his name in this video because I ain't speak to him yet. You know what I'm saying? And shit is still up in the air. You know what I'm saying? So XYZ picks me up from the airport. You know what I'm saying? So we in the air, we jump in the whip with him, and Polight's like, yo, I gotta go pick up my new car. You know what I'm saying? And he's going in like, yeah, I just got the BMW with the butterfly doors, nigga. It's crazy. We gonna be lit. Blah blah blah. I just bought the 180,000 or some shit. He was throwing numbers in the air and shit. And so we was turned the fuck up. Like, we listening to the music, nigga. Me and XYZ, we in the front, Polight in the back, talking this crazy shit. And we just vibing like, okay, my nigga just bought a $200,000 car. Fuck it. I guess things all right out here. So immediately shit gets funny when we go pick up the car at Red Lobster. The car was at Red Lobster, my nigga. So we go get in fact, I think that might be right there at Red Lobster right there. That might be Red Lobster right there where the restaurant is. So I wasn't hip back then at the time to how luxury car rental shit worked. So I wasn't hip. But later on, I found out that was a luxury car rental service, and he picked up the car from the last guy that rented it. And because the shit was funny it was an inspection going on, and I was like, yo, so is this like the rental shit? He's like, nah, I just copped this. I'm like, all right, look like a rental shit though. You know what I'm saying? Because homeboy was like, you know how you go around the rental car or U-Haul and you look for any damage so you can mark it off like this already been damaged.
Man, I rent Hyundais all the time to go down south, to go to the temperature land, the Kias, and I check them out because I don't want to pay for it. I rent Kias.
Well, right now, at this point in the story, you know what I'm saying? Me and T exchanged a few words about it, but it didn't go crazy. It just was what it was. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we ride off from there. XYZ pushes his own car. I get in the car with Polight. We wilding. We having a good time. We go to the studio because the studio actually, yeah. Vicky is in this story. Vicky is supposed to be in the studio recording while this is going on. And so we pull up in this car to the studio where Vicky is at working. And this goofy nigga is so like enamored with the car. Like, he got a real narcissistic shit. He got some other shit going on with it. But he's so into the car, he like, yo, I don't even understand the controls. Help me figure out these controls. Now, me being from the Bronx, my head is on the swivel. We in LA, I don't know where we at. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just pulling up in the neighborhood, and I can see that this is a neighborhood. I'm looking at the graffiti on the walls. I'm looking at, like, I can look around and see this is a neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, when we pull up, all these guys, like move closer to the car. And then I see XYZ get out, and he like gestured to them, and then they went back into wherever. And I'm looking at the whole time, this goofy nigga don't know what just happened. So anyway, we fast forward, we get into the studio.
Now, mind you, this is one of them exotic, this is roughly around the same time that the brother Crypto Roots was giving Polight all this money, paying for all these hotels, giving them, he was supposed to rent exotic cars for himself, but never received them and said Polight had them. This explains a lot. Let's go.
Oh, and later on, I learned that he had owed some niggas some bread And when they seen me in the car, they had second thoughts about turning the car into Swiss cheese. So yeah. That was a situation. That car almost got turned into Swiss cheese because he owed some folks out there in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, some bread, and they was gonna get it another kind of way. But luckily, my sister lived out there, and years before I had went out there and did a lecture, and the guys that he owed money to wound up actually being supporters of mine. So when they saw me sitting in the car beside this goofy nigga, they was like, you know, like, nah, we can't do that. He would fucking Inky. You know what I'm saying? Later on, they will put me on the hot seat. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing out here with this goofy ass nigga? I was like, bro, he told me he was on a whole new vibe and a whole new, you know, we had a long conversation. And he was like, yo, he trying to do shit different and blah, blah, blah. And I was behind that. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in favor of a nigga turning this shit around. At least, you know, not once you start raping children, but a nigga turning this.
So this is the part of the video where Inky's gonna get into his personal relationship of Polight and deals with his scamming, lying, manipulating, and the false illusions that he portray. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all hit that like button, share this around on all your social media outlets. This is Surviving Brother Polight Part 3.
The shit around trying to do the right thing. And you know, that was the vibe. But you know, quickly I learned that he was still up to like, yeah, he was just on fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
Now when you go back and look, right, and I did the story yesterday about the young sister. What's the name? Renita.
Renita.
Renita. I did the story about Renita. And I got some video footage where as though she is sitting. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Not even the video footage. I mean, it's like she is like plastered on the screen as he's teaching. And so what I wanted to ask you is that, were you ever in the company when him and her was around one another?
Yeah.
What to that we going back now? We going back. I told him put the children to bed. What did you ever, as you think back, did you ever see any signs that something didn't seem right?
Absolutely, a bunch of signs, but we never seen, like, we didn't see. It's not like we had R. Kelly type of shit. Like we had video of him peeing on it. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have nothing. Right. And then when something came up, it got handled and squashed, and it got squashed in such a way that he wound up with custody of the kid.
Right.
So at that point, like I said, at that point when that first situation got handled, it wasn't like a. Like when somebody you know gets some wild charges put on them, if they get found dismissed or not guilty, whatever, you be like, everybody that knows you is like, yeah, nigga, you get like, but it wasn't that. Everybody was just like, all right, I guess we got to treat the nigga as a non-rapist because he was, you know, the case, you know, like he got the case dismissed. So, you know, but fast forward. If that becomes a pattern and now you caught doing the same thing again.
Well, let me share this with you real quick, because I've done extensive research on this, and I turned the volume down because I'm gonna show this on my next show. But I examine this. Hold up. I examine this, and one thing that I noticed. There she goes walking up right there. Look at behind. She's walking up. And I've noticed that most of the time during this period of time, she's right there. But she's such a little child. So to make these accusations, look, she's such a little child. So to make these accusations, brother, we got to be right and exact. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to be honest,
and what he's alluding to is Polight being around young women and children based off of him being raised by certain people and adapting to certain things like Dr. York allegedly. So this is what they're alluding to, but he's showing them with a young lady now.
To be honest, we're not making the allegations. The allegations was made already.
I'm saying to to even expound upon them, and you were there during that period of time.
But look at that room. There's a lot of people that's there at that period of time. Because if you go on that wall and look at the vendors, it's going to be people all along that wall, you know, from California to Red Pill, Blue Pill, like everybody was there.
What bothers me is that what bothers me, Inky, is that the more that I dig, the more disgusting that it gets. And
see, hindsight is 2020.
This is a little child, man.
Listen, hindsight is 2020. So when the book comes out, people look and go, what the fuck is that? A polygamy book with a 13-year-old? Like, listen, when them charges hit the news, when Tasha K broke that story, the very next day, my daughter called me up crying. You know what I'm saying? Because she saw the story, she saw my freestyle, my Wankster freestyle, and she was mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a personal history. There was a time period when she felt like Renita was her best friend. You see what I'm saying? Like, these people that's making all these videos, they don't really have this is just some passing news that's really good for, you know, for views and shit. That's why I kind of deleted all the shit that I had on my channel. I deleted it off my channel because I didn't want to be mixed in with people that's like just platform people. But my daughter called me crying about it, and she had forgiven me. She was calling me to forgive me for some shit from way back then, because I forcefully separated her and Renita. Like, I stopped her from, like, I was like, yo, you can't call Renita on the phone no more. Like, I had to stop her from communicating with Renita at a certain point because they was tight. And after all of the shit went down and he kind of skated away, like I told you, like, he was, you know, the shit was handled however it was handled, but it wasn't like no exoneration. It was just like, all right, nigga, all right, we just watching you from here on out. But wait. But when Renita started switching her clothes and she started wearing the fishnet stockings and the short skirts and all that, that's when I had to pull my baby back. And I was like, listen, that's not going to happen. We're not getting ready to pull. We're not doing that. So I'm going to need you to pull back a little bit from Renita because she's on an accelerated, you know, she's moving faster than I'm comfortable with you moving. Even I'm uncomfortable with the ideas that she's presenting, some of the ideas with Tony. And me and Tony fell out about this shit. Like, it was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ripped her away from one of her buddies. So, and at the time I told her, I was like, listen, there's a lot of shit going on over there that nobody can really prove or stop, but you're mine. So I don't give a fuck whether it's proven or not proven. Yeah, you gonna go that way, you know what I'm saying? And so when she see the charges and shit, she was like, wow, that's the same shit that happened. Like, now it's making sense, Dad. I forgive you for, you know, parents gotta, you know. And then we had our little parental conversation on it. You know
now during that time period, I think it's kind of I've been trying to figure out what actually happened. Did the state come in to intervene?
Well, according to Sonetta, Polight got arrested with the girl, or from the charges stemming from the girl, and then the charges got dismissed. So apparently they was in family court or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But now I do know that there was another pregnancy, and the baby kind of disappeared, and it was very suspect to the whole community. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think I was around him. And let me say this real quick.
Everything that Inky is saying here right now, many people are privy to. Am I privy to it? No, I'm in Baltimore. In fact, I was in my Moorish space. I wasn't, and that Moorish stuff that you see on YouTube, I don't operate on that corny stuff. So I was in my Moorish space, so I don't know anything about this. So this is fresh information to me. But what I'm saying is that this information that Inky is given, and we won't blame anybody that was around that time because it all seems a little bit fuzzy.
Inky was the right-hand man with him, so he's going to tell it all. You know, these are both two foreigners in America who was obviously doing things, scamming, working up their things when they was in the best of spirits with each other, scamming Black Americans. And this is not right. Shout out to Tahaka Bray for bringing us to this platform. So now this is part of the part 3 process of surviving Brother Polight. So make sure you hit the like button. We got 131 people in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all want the shit to get out here, we got to share the live stream and get it out there, y'all. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys. Go hit the like button, share the live stream on all your social media outlets. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
No, wait. I think we need to blame everybody.
We need to blame who was who.
Wait. No, everybody needs to be blamed. Now, you can move the blame a little bit, but everybody, especially the supporters, because the supporters is looking to just point blame somewhere else. But I want to make sure the niggas that continue to buy books and donate after all this shit start floating around, after you heard Sa say what he said, y'all niggas guilty too.
But what I'm saying is this. Sanetta already made a statement that he don't care who Polight sticks his private parts in. He already made that statement. So he doesn't care if Polight stick his private parts in a baby, in a dog, in a young girl, in a young boy. He just don't care. He already said that. So he goes to the back burner anyway. But when I'm saying that many people around was looking on as this was an affection that a father shows to a child, or sometimes blinding themselves to believe that this is appropriate affection. So I said, you know what I mean? I don't want to throw everybody under the bus, but now that we look back, everybody that was there now should know what they were looking at.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And when the situation happened where the young sister left her mother to be with Polight, Sanetta gave specific detail. He even called her real name that I never knew since I've been covering this. Yeah, did you know her real name?
So I'd be bad with the sound bites.
Did you know her real name? Her birth name?
I'm sure at the time I knew everybody's real names, but we didn't address each other that way.
But
that would fade out of my mind. I remember.
You see how you say that?
A new cat, like I remember that. I don't necessarily.
This is what I'm saying. You see how that fade out your mind? Sanetta spit it out like it was second nature.
But that's his family, though. Yeah.
Bro, you looking so serious that. So what I'm saying to you is that.
I mean, he say in the video that he knew them before Polight knew them. So that's his family. He definitely know them.
Yeah. Do you think that Sanetta, and we're gonna go back to that. I ain't gonna get off that case right there because we're gonna get on that case. Do you think Sanetta is culpable? In other words, and I'm using legal terms here. Do you think Sanetta?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think this Sanetta is one who facilitated to pull the wool over people's eyes and act as if these things didn't happen and then present Polight to the people?
In my honest answer, I would say yes and no. So in my honest answer, I would say no. He didn't dust Polight off and set Polight up in a way to rape or potentially rape.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. To give.
But, but if you're asking me, did he constantly prop Polight up to scam niggas?
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dust him off. Whatever he was accused of, whatever he seemed to be, just present him in the best light in order to that he could take advantage of people.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Now when we go back to Renita, whatever happened with her mother? Anybody knows?
Well, nah, she well, when the allegations came out, that was her breaking up with Polight You know what I'm saying? So they broke up and she took her baby. It's obviously she seen, shit that was inappropriate. So she bounced and took her daughters.
So was the allegations then? I don't mean to cut your wisdom. This is how I do it sometimes. Was the allegations then that Polight was touching the young girl, and this is the reason that they broke up? Was those the allegations?
That was the story.
So Polight had already, in several different instances with little children, and even his last wife, Maya, the little girl that was he used for the realtor with crypto roots, that was the child that he allegedly touched. That was the child of the mother he was with, that he was married to at first. You know what I mean? That he was dealing with at first. So he was still dealing with the child that he allegedly touched, using her as a realtor. Now you got to be clear to that. We got to pay attention to that.
That we got.
And so,
and so wait, when the mother took her daughters in the middle of the night, the daughter left her mother and ran away to go back to Polight. So I want to say that to make sure that people aren't still, because there was.
So I want y'all to understand what Inky just said, what Polight is did. He done manipulated this little girl. Crypto Root said it was something weird with the relationship with his older child. That older child ain't his child. That's his stepchild. That's the one who Inky's talking about. That's the one who lied and said she was a realtor for the condo that Crypto Roots paid for. I just want y'all to pay attention.
There was some other platforms that, like, they thought the girl that, like they thought a girl was still missing. You know what I'm saying? Because they only hear another clip saying the girl went away from her mother in the middle of the night. So some of them think that girl that ran away in the middle of the night is still missing. No, she lives and stayed with Polight, and she's there with Polight now.
So when you were in California with that picture, did you see her then?
Of course, she always around.
And what was the relationship when she was around?
I mean, just different.
Hey, what he about to say about to be crucial. You gotta pay attention. But I want to play it. But we're gonna have to get 100. We're gonna have to at least get 80 more likes in the building, y'all. Let's get 80 more likes in the building, y'all. Seriously. Let's get 80 more likes in here. Let's share this around to all your social media outlets. Let's get it going, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Peace and blessings to the 195 that's in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the channel. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. Hit that like button.
Right.
I mean, just different, you know what I'm saying?
Like one of the wives or the child?
I would say in a middle space. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not like a child. Because, they had it was like I don't know, they was like tiered. I don't know, that shit was weird how that shit was. But she was with Riot. You know what I'm saying? So whatever level Riot was on, Renita was kind of in that similar space. You know what I'm saying? They had the same type of work cut out for them. They always had to share a room together. So they was always together.
So let me go with what's with the
Riot,
one.
And Riot is one of the wives. So her and Renita always stayed together.
So when Riot is gone, Renita. Oh, Riot is still there. That's right. That's the taller one.
Right.
Yeah, she's the quiet one.
Right. But Riot and Renita always stayed in the same room. Like whenever they get a crib, a hotel or wherever they staying, they share. Renita and Riot.
Man, listen, man. Hold up.
Yeah, it kind of seems like Inky on trial because they pretty much get this is Inky testified. Nigga, he ain't on trial. Somebody else on trial. He on the motherfucking bench testifying. But we want to hear what the shit that Polight got going on in his experiences prior to all this taking place, so we can all have our best judgment to whether or not he did this with this child recently. So this is what the series is about, surviving brother Polight. So let's get to it.
We're about to take it back.
So
only for the people that wasn't around. Listen, if you listen to Ashley Wright's story, because Ashley Wright was a wife, that's the one that left him and got back with Music Soul Child. But when you listen to Ashley Wright explain it, she tell you that she was like, well, I was always there, and one of my biggest problems was the sleeping arrangements because my aunt didn't have nowhere to sleep and blah 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 blah. So that ain't like that's me saying that. That's already out there. That's actually already broke that down.
All right. So let's get into this real quick. When you were out there with Polight, he always stunting like he got all of this big bread. But to his credit, he always globe-trotting. I remember when I first seen Polight pop up in Egypt for that debate. Remember that? He was promoting the debate. That was fly. I was like, my man.
Hey, let's try to get 300 people in the chat. Let's try to get 300 people off in here. Share the live stream on all your social media outlets, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. Let's go.
He popped up in Egypt and started reading Medunetter. I was like, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now, soon after that, I found out he was a fraud. I was like, oh, man, that ain't even dope no more.
No, because when you think, you be like, damn, but where you get that money from?
Where did you get the money?
And then look, wait,
look.
The Polight supporters is gonna go, yeah, look at them. They jealous of Polight money. They watching Polight pocket. No, wait, hold. I'm from 158th Street. Niggas get money all kind of ways. But what I'm saying, and I want to be specific to these goofy niggas so that they understand this. You cannot stunt on a group of people with money that you stole from them, especially when you stealing money from women and children and like people that can't even defend themselves. Like you just get money from goofy niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so let me ask you this. I was looking at some old videos now.
I'm not gonna say he get over on goofy people because I know what he's saying, but he get over on gullible people that he uses. You know what I mean? Because there's some soft, kind-hearted people that's not violent, never had a fight in their life. So there's people out there that kind of felt like they got brought into consciousness because of Brother Polight, and he prays off of that with his con artist, manipulating, charming, deceptive personality.
And Polight do have a dark. You only can go so far back with Brother Polight. You might get to 2008 or 2007, and then it's nothing. It's nothing. There is no jail time. There is no crip walking. There is no nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he claimed he was with the Crips. He claimed, brother, let's get straight.
I never seen.
Remember the brother Crip Farouk said he didn't want to be around him because he claimed the Crips. He said he's still low, and he claimed he was a great superior Crip. Listen to this. He's not a Crip. Listen to this shit right here, y'all. This is about to blow y'all mind. Hit the like button. Share this right now. Drop some fire emojis. I'm gonna quit talking and just let it play out. Let's go.
No Crip. I never seen no evidence.
Crip walking, there was no nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he claimed he was with the Crips. He claimed, brother, let's get straight.
I never seen no Crip. I never seen no evidence that would lead me to believe Brother Polight is a Crip.
He don't even have Crip swag to me.
Well, I've been with Polight in his neighborhood, up and down the block, sitting on the patio plenty of times. We've been in the parks playing ball, different parks playing ball, talking shit with different niggas. Different niggas come by, but I ain't never seen him exchange a gang, like you know, gangs have handshakes and different.
I don't know none of that.
I've never seen him do that with anyone except the guys that he like started to like pay. So when you see the New Jersey guys and all that, those is guys that he was kind of like paying to come around. So when he's telling these stories about him being a Crip superior and blah, 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 and then people seeing the videos of actual Crips standing next to him, or when he had that debate and he had the Crips all, you know, like, yeah, if y'all fuck with Polight, we gonna come down, run down. All those is niggas from Jersey that he had on like some agreement. Like I was there the very first day he met them. Them niggas was all like from a family of people that
That nigga said he paid Crips. Pay these niggas.
Hello, Dr. York. And so when Polight jumped on the scene and he started writing the same type of books, they started supporting Polight books. Me and Polight had something going on with Dr. Africa in Brooklyn. And them guys came all the way from Jersey to see this lecture with Dr. Africa in Brooklyn. And that was the very first night that he met them. And they was buying books. And when Polight saw that these was actual real Crips, he was like, oh, nah, don't worry about this here. Hold on to this and take this for free, and just like kind of like keeping them around as much as possible, because from the outside looking in, they validate all his stories about being a Crip superior. But those are not, and those are real Crips. Them niggas is, you know, they who they say they is from Jersey, but they're not day ones of Polight. They wasn't around in the quote unquote 90s. Listen, they wasn't around in the quote unquote 90s banging with Polight or none of that. So those is a new group of guys that he met from Jersey. They not even from Brooklyn or none of that. He met them selling books and just like kept them around to validate the story. Like he's good with that. That's why we nicknamed him the talented Mr. Ripley. Like he can observe you and steal your whole swag and your whole shit. And then he could like be you the next day. Like he could come around you.
Grandmaster J. Grandmaster J. That's the same thing I said about Grandmaster J. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever met any of Polight day ones?
No. That was a red flag too, because I ain't seen none of them come around. No. The oldest friend was a guy named Tiba. And I seen him do Tiba dirty, and it was like that shit didn't register to me then, because they told me a story that somehow they caught Tiba stealing or some shit. Like when you don't see niggas around no more, they come up with a story about how them niggas did them dirty or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when people didn't see me around, they had to ask, yo, what happened to Inky? Oh, Inky stole my laptop. No, nigga, I didn't steal your laptop. Inky's from the Bronx. When you have money that belongs to me, Inky grabs physical, actual shit, because I know how to get my money back from niggas that owe me. so I had to hold on to that laptop and like, listen, don't worry about it, Polight. Take your time, because you know Polight come with a lot of stories and shit when he owe you money. Listen. Let some of these people that Polight that owed money to come on this motherfucking line, and they would tell you. Polight come up with Polight is the excuse master. And when he trying to do business with you or get money from you, he answers every one of your calls himself immediately, first fucking ring. The moment y'all get close, he starts shifting you over to Riot phone or one of them. Once you send the bread, you go in the voicemail and he in the meeting with other people right now.
So
same thing he did to my boy Crypto Roof. It ain't funny, but it's funny. You feel what I'm saying?
So, in the old videos I was seeing, before Polight became the Polight that we know, says that he owned a bookstore, right? And
I never seen it.
But that's what he says. He owned a bookstore,
he said
and you know what I mean. Somebody worked in the bookstore, whatever. And in fact, wait,
hold on.
The young sister said she used to go to the bookstore.
No, hold on. Let me catch you, because Polight is good with playing with language to make things look bigger than they are. There's videos where you could catch him saying he owned a spot, but then there's also videos where you could catch him saying he ran the spot. And if you listen to his Vlad TV interview, he tells you that he was running that spot for either Dr. York or Dr. York's brother. And Dr. York's children was actually angry that he was working inside their bookstore, because they like, yo, who is this nigga? He's not Nubian. We don't know him. What the fuck is he doing here? And so Polight basically went back and forth with the children until one of the children, quote unquote, got shot at a peace meeting that Brother Polight set up. So Brother Polight is working in Dr. York's business, arguing with Dr. York's children, and then sets up a meeting to quiet down the beef between him and Dr. York's children, at which point one of Dr. York's children gets shot. And so the craziest thing is when Vlad is asking him about this, he tells Vlad, he goes, oh, you mean the attempted murder? Oh, you mean this one? All right, yeah, let me tell you about this one. So he's like making it seem like there's multiple attempted murder cases or multiple murder cases, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, you know, so I was locked up in September, but then nobody showed up to court, so I came out in October. But then I was also on hand at a lecture that he gave in Brooklyn where he was doing that kill him with paperwork shit, where he was making it seem like he beat the murder charge because he had his UCC paperwork and all that. You know what I'm saying? So he told two separate stories about how he got beat this murder charge. You know what I'm saying? But
there is no record of him ever being charged with any type of crime.
There is no
record whatsoever.
There's no record of him.
If anybody can produce, we have 1,600 people in this chat tonight listening to me and Big Brother Inky. If anybody can produce the paperwork, any private investigator, any amateur investigator as myself, I really want to see the criminal record of Michael Nowak, just to confirm if he is who he say he is. Because now that leads me to my next question, brother. Do you think that he's possibly agent controlled, planted, and has been groomed for this work to distract and manipulate the people?
I think that we will all get that answer very shortly on September 15th.
But from your experience, because it goes all the way back, and you can go. I am a good researcher. I would have to say myself. It goes back into 2009, maybe 8-ish, and we don't see nothing. Nothing. Nobody's schooled, no nothing. That's not nothing.
Did you see the movie The Talented Mr. Ripley?
They making an illusion as if he an agent, a plant. You know what I'm saying? COINTEL 2.0. I don't know who he is, but we do know that he got mixed African island background, and he's been scamming the people of North America since day one with no regard. That's what we do, though, for a fact. You see what I'm saying? Without even getting into all the extra shit, we know he's doing that for a fact.
When he didn't have no identity to steal, he didn't have no identity. And that's who he been ever since I know him. Like, so I didn't know a lot of this shit. I found out in hindsight after I fell out, and then I started looking into more shit. So I don't want people to think that all this shit that I know now, I knew in the moment. You know what I'm saying? It's not until shit start looking super crazy that you start looking to examine shit like, hold up, man, what the fuck is this? And who is this person? And who is that person? And like, you start having realizations. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. A lot of people don't remember, but it was me that made niggas reveal their real names online, because I was doing a video and I forgot who I was going off on. Niggas know me. I be going off on every fucking body sooner or later. So I was like, these motherfuckers, you don't even know these niggas' names. I'm like, y'all think y'all know Umar Johnson's name. His name ain't no fucking Umar Johnson. Polight name ain't no fucking brother Polight. I'm the only nigga, if I pull out my ID and my YouTube page say the same motherfucking thing. When you get a package from me, your package actually comes from me. I'm like, who the fuck you know who actually use their real name and real address? None of these niggas do that. I was like, that right there let you know what the fuck is going on. These niggas give you fake names with fake addresses. Every one of these motherfuckers is sending you shit and receiving shit at a P.O. box. I said, now, if that right there, boop, red flag. Shit that I didn't think of. You know, I didn't even, and somebody had to mention it to me. It was like, hey, Inky, you ever did any serious jail time? I was like, I don't have no felonies on my record. They was like, see, that's what separates you from these niggas too. Most of these niggas is felons. They out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Like they in consciousness because they don't have nowhere else to be. They didn't come with something useful to the community. They came to live off the community. They didn't have a talent that was required by the people. They came to extract what they could from the people. These guys don't want to get you out of oppression. They want to replace your oppressor. You see Brother Polight sitting on the bench telling the rape victim that he want to be a rapist. When you talk about your most high God, that's the person that you most idolize. So clearly in that moment, Brother Polight told the world in his ultimate moment of honesty and transparency that he wanted to like grow up and be a pedophile. Now, if we look at that moment and we come from past that moment, we go, okay, well, there's a situation where you was accused of pedophile-like behavior and somehow you took care of it, you got it dismissed or whatever. Then there's another situation where your daughter that's supposed to be 8 years old, she disappeared. We don't know where that baby is. It looked like they saying New York State, you know, some other shit, right? Now you on the news in Florida, you raping it, you know. So I'm just saying, even if you turn out to be innocent of everything, right? Because we seen, listen,
this is another way he's be innocent and get out of it, because like he said, he starts sending shit to Aminette, start sending shit to Manat, start sending shit to this girl, this dude, that bro, and none of the paper trail leads back to him. He can easily say, I didn't get that, I didn't do this, I didn't receive any.
Seen R. Kelly pee on that girl in video and still wound up innocent, right? So we know that innocent in court and guilty in court don't necessarily mean whether you really did it or not in real life.
Let's say he molested.
Hey, so listen, share the video, share the live stream. Let's try to get 400 people in this live stream. And let's try to get up to 300 likes right now, man. We at 140 likes, man. Let's try to at least get 250 likes in here. We get 250 likes, I shut the fuck up. Hey, let's get 400 people on the live stream. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Peace and blessings and love to each and every one of you guys. This is Surviving Polight Part 3. Let's go.
Take evidence and everything. Things that we don't deny. Scientifically, we say, wow, okay, true. If someone was to ask me, would you still worship him as your most high, acknowledge him as your most high God? I would have to. If someone was to ask me, would you still worship him as your most high, acknowledge him as your most high God? I would have to. Would you still worship him as your most high, acknowledge him as your most high God? I would have to. You understand? They leaders is sexual.
Oh shit, your boy said he. It's crazy, yeah.
Shout out to
You understand? They leaders is sexual.
shout out to SETI. So
now, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me say this, because that right there is another proof right there to the people that's saying, how come nobody didn't say nothing? At the end of that video you was playing, SETI went off. Like, if we look back, so look, if we look back, this is the problem where I'm telling the people, it is y'all fucking turn to be fucking responsible now. If we look back, it's too many motherfuckers that said something. SETI getting ready to go on. If we go back, there was a time where SETI spent damn near
I noticed
6
a lot
months
of people
to 12
did leave
months
the
telling
HOK
everybody
talking about sexual predators. Only one stayed and protected Polight was Sinetta. And look what he's doing now.
We heard that from.
Look what Sinetta doing now. SETI is the funniest Pan-African ever.
SETI at least like it was people telling us this shit, and everybody found a way in their mind to overlook it. Oh, well, SETI trying to hype it up for the debate. You know, he just hating on Brother Polight. He making up shit. You know, we coming up with whatever we listening to Polight dumbass tell us. Oh yeah, well, you know, niggas is hating. I don't know if niggas keep hating you into rape situations, my nigga. Like, I don't know if that's exactly how niggas hate. Like, I'm from the Bronx. We hate like we play basketball, my nigga, but we don't like hate into rape charges, my nigga. Like, what is happening where your private parts keep coming out around children, my nigga? Like, that is not hating. Nobody's hating you into that spot, my guy.
Could you take us into Could you take us into some of the intricacies of the household relationship? Because one would wonder, what was what was Aminette doing? How was that function around there? How was that functioning? You know, it seemed like, do people turn a blind eye? If you do what you want, you
Polight is sick, man. Like, this is my personal experiences. Shout out to Inky, man. Let's continue. Hit the like buttons. This is Surviving Polight Part 3. Let Inky go in.
have no accountability. How does that work, brother? If you could paint a picture for us, because you got women in there that are grown, and then you have a guy that seems to, he grabs a European woman and slaps her on the behind. He he just go all out for the last few years.
Well, there's a hierarchy, like I said. You know what I'm saying? And you see it if you're there. They always have like a 2-bedroom or something like that. So in one room, you would have Polight, Aminette, and a new cat. Then in the other room, you'll have Ra'et, and Renita. And my aunt would be like kind of like makeshift type of vibe. You know, she could just float around and be, you know, wherever in anybody's room. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the vibe. But it was definitely a hierarchy there. You know what I'm saying? So you would see like Aminette and a new cat, like they couldn't last in the same space forever because they was both in that like #1 slot. And Aminette was in the #1 slot, I guess, because she was there first. But a new cat was older than everybody, so she was kind of like, nah, I'm not going for this, I'm not going for that. You know, like she was more of assertive, like she wasn't fully into consciousness, like she wasn't with none of all that submissive bullshit. Like she just was on another space, you know what I'm saying? So you can see like that wasn't going to fit forever like that.
But when you look at how
Oh,
Polight,
so let me say this: what Polight has right now, right? This is what Polight is doing right now. Right. And this is why them niggas been trying to blackmail me to silence for years. But that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? So release the files, brother Polight. He got files from my ex-wife. He been paid motherfucking girls that he think I'm linked with to try to, like, he's a wild boy. That nigga be trying to investigate, to build dirt on you, to keep niggas quiet from saying. So do what you do. I'm not sitting around until there's a third fucking rape victim girl. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've never made money from or with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you see me on on Sinetta's channel, I paid to be on Sinetta's channel.
what do you charge?
Oh, different prices. Sometimes just a donation, but always.
Shit, Sinetta ain't never charged me to come on there. He charged Inky because his information booty. So Sinetta was begging me and A1 to come on there. Dick, you told on how lame your information is.
So it's not like, but what I want to clear up is I don't want people to think like he's putting me on there because I'm homeboy or his man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. All the years y'all seen me on there, I had to pay to get on there. Like that wasn't for the love. I don't want people to think like, oh yeah, Inky, I was your main man. Like, nah. You can't go back in your mind and think of a time that King Simon and Sinetta was passing out flyers to administer Inky lecture. You can't think back into your mind of a time where Sinetta booked me to come in and do a lecture. Never, not one time. Even though in your mind you think back, you'd be like, wait a minute, Inky, you was there from day one. How the fuck did that never happen? Because
listen, Sinetta did not charge me and A1 to come on there. That nigga was calling my phone every day. Like, hey, y'all gonna come on? Can you get a hold of Dan Calloway? You know, my mom.
I never went alone.
Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. This is Surviving Polight Part 3, man. Hit the like button. Let's try to get 400 people in this chat. Let's try to get the 300 likes in the building, y'all. Appreciate everybody that came through, man. Peace and blessings and love to each and every one of you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and share it on all your social media outlets.
Program. I was always bucking at certain shit. And I was like, bro, I can't, certain shit I just can't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Even if I try to fuck with it, which is where y'all see me come back on the scene every so often, I try to blend in and go along with niggas, but it just never worked. And I'm the only person on record throughout this whole community that literally you could look at the digital footprint and go, Inky did try to work with everybody. Like you can see me doing lectures with this person, lectures with these people, anywhere where I feel like people really working, I'm there. I'm down with you. Let's get it in. You know what I'm saying? Till I see different, then I go on and do my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man. Like I know how to stand on my own too, ahead of my own shit. You know what I'm saying? But literally, you could look back and see me working with everybody. People want to look back and go, yeah, but he was working with Polight. Okay, but I was working with Ali. I was working with KT. I was working with the Pills. I was working with the Moors. I was working with everybody that presented themselves as people that wanted to uplift the people. Shit, the very first picture that Q Butter has in the conscious community is me and him, where I seen him outside a lecture. I'm coming out of lecture, and niggas was like playing Q Butter to the left. You know what I'm saying? Because he was coming up there trying to tell people about his child shit. Like he been super dead. That's why I fuck with Q Butter. No matter what the niggas was telling me, because they put out, they blackball you. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll tell all the platforms not to let you go on their shit, and then you blackball. So,
hey, bro, real quick, bro, for the Q brothers, and that's the reason why I created Morse World TV, because in watching Sinetta, I seen how he would check people, disrespect people, and then they would have to go back to Sinetta to correct the situation.
yeah, they're black.
That's why I created Morse World TV. When I say I created because of Sinetta and he inspired me, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But back to my brother Q brother. That's my man.
But yeah, he said, yo, I love your gold teeth. And at the time, like everybody been attacking me for having gold teeth forever. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, he was like the only nigga ever to say, yo, I love your gold teeth. So I was like, oh, what's going on, fam? You know what I'm saying? And then we started kicking it. He was telling me his program and shit. And I was like, all right, well, shit, if I ever find myself in a position to help, you know, I mean, niggas all scrapping. I'm trying to get my shit out there. You know what I'm saying? But we vibed, we took a flick, and I was like, you know, if ever I could do something, you know, I'm down. Your shit sound official. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Q Butter's an official nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you look at me, I done been around everywhere trying to work with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't get caught up in that shit. Like, oh, he was with my brother for life. Like, I was working with every fucking body in this community that said they was trying to work with kids.
So look, when I look back on Polight and I do the research, I find pictures, I find posts where they say, some of the posts say, and I'll be talking about this on Wednesday. Some of the posts you have, this is our home in Florida. This is our home. And this was back in 2010. You know what I mean?
Those was timeshares.
Timeshares. Okay.
Those was timeshares. The timeshares was cheaper and easier for him.
So are the women lying too? Because some of these posts is on some of the wives' Facebook. So are the women in on it too? Like
absolutely. Well, hold on. That's what I'm saying. There's a hierarchy, right? Like I said, Raed was always with the children or with, I don't know, but she wasn't in like the decision-making slot. So if anybody knows anything, it'd be Aminette in terms of any kind of business or house shit or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But Raed was more like, she was the one writing all the books.
But now there is some rumors.
Hold on. Don't go past that part. You heard what I said?
Raed was the one that writing all the books. Okay. So Polight wasn't actually writing the book. the 30 books, 4 years ago. Now he got 90 books. Do he actually have 99 books?
I mean, I'm sure he do.
But a script ain't one. But look.
But that's why I was saying, Polight is walking on eggshells right now because, like, for instance, he done put a lot of money and work into trying to get me to stay quiet. You know what I'm saying? But he don't have to worry about me as much as he got to worry about Renita. He has to worry about Renita.
I think she's coming out.
He got to worry about Raed. He got to worry about them. And God forbid, listen, if Aminette take a shit on the concrete, that nigga better eat the whole log. Because if she open her mouth, God damn,
she know everything.
The sky would start falling.
She know everything.
The sky would start falling. But like I said, there's other people that was around, like Ashley Wright was around. She's seen her, you know, she was there. She was a quote unquote wife. You know what I'm saying? So it was people that.
But she wasn't there that long though, was she?
You don't need to be when you're in a wife capacity. When you're in a wife capacity, you backstage pass basically. Like you seeing what happens when the lights go off, how people go to sleep, how people wake up, what happened in the nighttime. Like you seeing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need to be there that long as a wife.
There's some rumors going around right now that what happened in Florida recently was really about pimping. Because the story goes that the mother was in another hotel and
no. All right, let me stop that.
No. Let me say this.
The hotel shit is because they live in hotels. I keep trying to explain to people that's where they live. That's why the story starts and ends in hotels. You know, the story starts and they was in a hotel and then they left that hotel to go to another hotel and the mom was in a hotel and he went to another hotel. They live in hotels. When the story about my aunt coming out missing came out, she left the hotel. Like they live in hotels.
And the same thing with the guy that just passed away, may God bless the dead. Crypto. What's his name?
Crypto Roots.
Crypto Roots. He said that they were in the hotel and he was in the car. Remember, if you ever see Crypto interview, I got them all. I got them all too. He said they would sleep in they would go to the hotel and he would sleep in the car, or they would get him a room at some little flea bag hotel and they would be at a better hotel.
Right. Well, they had 3 hotels that they was rocking over there for a while in quote unquote Hollywood. They was using the what's that? The Circle 8 or the 8 motel.
Motel 8.
Motel 8. They was using, and Motel 8 was like the medium one. So they spent most of their time at the medium. Then there's a smut hotel that was like right around the corner from this big famous hotel where a lot of celebrities and rap.
Hey, and you remember in part 1 and part 2, who spent almost 70 grand in 6 months paying for hotels? Crypto Roots. You see what I'm saying? So what Inky is seeing got validation to it with over a conglomerate of sources to validate it with receipts. This is Evolving Polite Part 3, y'all. Let's get these likes up and let's try to get 500 people in the chat. Share this on all your social media outlets. Let's go.
Rappers and stuff would stay at. So the Circle 8 is maybe like 6, 7, 8 blocks, you know, like 10 minutes from this expensive hotel. And then around the corner from that is like a $50 boy for whatever. Now, a lot of the pictures that Polight got where he's standing next to celebrities he was doing like that. He would just stand in front of this hotel all day and wait for celebrities to come through.
Brother, I knew that.
Mondrian. It's called the Mondrian. That's the name of the hotel. He would just stand at the hotel and wait for celebrities to come through, and he'd take a picture with the celebrity. And then what he'd do is he would caption the picture as if it was more than it really was.
I knew he was doing that.
And
I
so
I could tell that in the beginning. Because I mean, it was just pictures just random popping up on his thing, like with my friend, or you know what I'm saying? He'd do it with Denzel and like.
Listen, I didn't.
And if y'all want to just verify, this is just a fun fact, you guys. Go to Polight's Instagram and go look at all these pictures that he got with celebrities and shit like that. All of them is right outside of a hotel lobby door. No bullshit. This guy been scamming his way. He's been faking it till he make it. Hey, we got 41 people in here. I'm gonna let this shit ride on out so we can get through this. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share this around on all your social media outlets, and hey, drop some fire emojis in the chat, man. Support the channel if you want to. Let's go.
Catch on to the shit until I was with him one time in Vegas. Well, he wasn't even with us in Vegas. This nigga just like hung on to us in Vegas. This shit was weird, but we was out there with 50. And this nigga came and took pictures out there with 50. And then when he posted on Instagram, he was like, yeah, so I was just doing this and that with 50. And, you know, it was a long party and this and that. And we looking at this shit and niggas hitting me up like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with your man? Yo, I should fuck this. Like niggas is like feeling a way about it. But I'm like, yo, you know, the nigga got some mental illness or some shit. I don't know. I was making excuses for the niggas. I didn't want him to run down on him.
Yeah, if you go look at some of Polite older pics, like when you know them older pics, like go to the beginning of his Instagram, start looking at these older pics. You know, man, nigga be outside the hotel room.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the nigga got mental illnesses and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say.
Bro, do you know anything about that really bogged my mind? Meta World Peace. Meta World Peace was with Polight. He was one of the first celebrities to actually endorse Polight. And then out of nowhere, Meta World Peace just drops off. No, nothing.
I think something.
Hey, like I said, this is part 3. Surviving Polight, Brother Polight, part 3. Make sure y'all hit the like button and the subscribe button. Y'all gonna want to subscribe to this channel to catch part 4 and then probably the grand finale, which is 5. Hey, just share the live stream, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming in, man. Peace and blessings. Much love to everybody. High vibes to everybody. Let's go.
I don't know the details, but I think something happened with the money, and that's why Polight had to move out the first apartment. Because the first apartment that he had out there in Beverly Hills, Ron had got him that crib.
Oh.
So when the fallout, whatever that was, I don't know what it was, but something happened where, yeah, he had to get up out of there.
So I'm about to put this in the chat. I want anybody that wants to donate, support us going to the Polight trial. I'm going to get firsthand footage. I'm serious, but y'all think it's a joke. I'm real serious. I'm putting.
Hey, listen, it's going to be a party down there. Everybody that Polight owe money is showing up to the courthouse. They coming with their own shit to file.
I'm putting my Cash App in there, and I'm going to save it. And anybody want to support for me and my security, 300 gangsters is going with me. I already talked to Wolf. We going down there. They're heavy duty trucker. Yeah, but swoop whoop everywhere. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm a Moorish American, but I'm gonna tell you, we gonna bring the real out on this day. And so anybody want to support, I'm going to get real footage, real live footage.
Polight literally was lying to people saying, "Yo, that's 17,000 to a condo, and we're gonna rent it out for Airbnb." The whole time, dude just buying the shit to put it in Polight name. He's signing contracts to put the shit in Polight wife name. He's a scam artist.
We're gonna hear the testimony. I'm staying down there. I already told my wife I'm staying down there because I want y'all to see it in real time. We're not gonna let them come back and tell the story. You know how they always come back and tell the story, and then we like, man, like imagine if we was there.
Hey, let me make this be clear. This is just awareness on Polight behalf. A lot of people look up to Polight, and he been scamming. He getting away with this shit in the community for a long time. But for sexual assault, allegedly on an Aboriginal child, we're not tolerating that. I'm not milking this. I'm just awareness. I'm not getting paid not one red cent off of this YouTube. My shit is not monetized at all. So just enjoy the video. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share this around. That's it.
During the time that he had to make an appearance for the young girl that supposedly was molested in 2014. Imagine if we could have been there. You couldn't come back and tell the story. You couldn't come back and say they dropped the charges. You can't do that. So, Brother Taharka Bey, I am committed to clean this fake internet conscious community up.
Brother Taharka, well, we need to find out what I'm curious about. And I'm gonna tell you,
I'm real serious too, family. So if you want to support this, hit the Cash App. I'm going to do right by you, and I'm not begging for a Cash App. In fact, I think we got enough supporters here. I'm gonna be going. You know what I'm saying? Mafia Lane gonna be right there with me, riding shotgun. There you go, right there. He gonna be riding shotgun with the big black van with the black tinted windows.
Now, listen, I think the crazy thing is that Polight be having these people under some sort of hypnosis, meaning we all saw Brother Polight had a pregnant wife. And she had
LB, thank you, brother. Knowledge that's hit me with a donation through the chat. Let me acknowledge these people, the friends that's hit me up through the donation. I want to thank my brother LB. I want to thank the original people. I wish the original people, I need to make him a moderator, but I don't see him in the chat. I also want to thank Wilson, Darwin, and I want to thank Miss Crow. I want to thank everybody, family. We going there, family. We going there, and I ain't telling you put any type of price on it. We going there. I already told my wife. I told my wife. You know what I mean? I talked to my brother Wolf. I say, brother, we going. We going. It is what it is. So, Inky, are you there, brother?
1 second.
He said 1 second. So, family, I thank you for all your support. But we going up in there, family. Wouldn't y'all want to see the live footage as opposed to somebody say, breaking news? Polight was found not guilty, or breaking news. Polight was convicted, or breaking news. It's a hung jury.
Listen, hold on, Taharka. Listen, we don't care what they say. We prefer to hear you say it first, goddamn.
If that's what we gonna do. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be right there when it happens.
That's what we want.
Free Dr. York. Now, free Dr. York.
But wait, hold on. Because Polight took us all on this journey where he was supposed to be teaching about home births, and he was selling this whole home birth thing. And then when it was time to give birth to the baby disappeared. And then Ali Muhammad dumbass jump out there and start making videos saying that Polight baby transitioned during the home birth, and that's why, you know, they not mentioning the baby now. Polight was saying something about
this is too much. This is some heavy. This is too much, man.
No. You know what's gonna be too. What's why it's not too much?
These people are still around, though, brother.
But each thing I say, the people got to deal with it because they know it's a fact. Like when niggas think back, they're gonna go, "Oh shit, I remember when Ali said that Polight baby died." Now the crazy thing is, it's finally surfacing that the baby didn't pass away or anything. New York State had took the baby and ruled that Polight was a danger to be around children, and so that Polight could never see the baby.
Brother, you know that's a tough allegation. Say allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean, but I read the paper of Polight trying to challenge they jurisdiction and all this bullshit to get his baby back. So it's not that alleged. I mean, but allegedly, I guess.
Do y'all want to read that? Do y'all want to read that documentation? I actually got the documentation today.
Oh, God damn it. What? I should have knew where I was at, right? I should have knew where I was at.
I got the documentation today. And let me tell you something. I want to say this. There's a lot of people out here that are concerned. Inky, what you're saying is 1,000% true. There's a lot of people out there that was there. There's a lot of people out there that was wrestling with themselves during that time, didn't know what they were looking at. But today they know what they were looking at. And many of them are emailing me probably right this minute. So a lot of information, a lot of people was waiting for a Moorish World TV to confirm what they thought was going on. And I'm saying if not necessarily me as Moorish World TV, but any type of platform would address and come and you know, face it head on. Nobody else faces this stuff head on. There is not one, not with receipts too. I ain't gonna talk about it if we can't receipt it.
But no. Here's the thing: the difference is you didn't have a vested interest in Polight. See, Rich and Sinetta, they both brung Polight up. They both brung Polight out. And King Simon. We can't forget about King Simon. Those three right there is, if it wasn't for King Simon, nobody would know about Polight. Not Sinetta, not Rich, nobody. King Simon was the first person doing backflips and all kind of shit.
Crazy.
I gotta introduce brother Polight.
I love King Simon, man, but he's a crazy hype man, brother. Crazy hype man.
But see, now listen, but King Simon was more instrumental than in this fuckery than you think, though. And see, that's the shit that you gotta deal with. So before you even pull that receipt up,
let me ask you, do you have
hold on, because I want to stay on King Simon's fucking neck.
Hold on. Do you have a beef with King Simon?
No, I don't.
We got 5. He said he don't got no beef. But listen to what he broke down with King Simon, Sinetta, and Polight relationship. We got 508 people in the chat. I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button. Let's get 200 more likes in the building, y'all. Let's try to get 600 people in this live stream, y'all. Let's try to get 600 people in here. Share this on all your social media outlet. This is Surviving Brother Polight Part 3. Part 4 will be here tomorrow.
But if we dealing with, I can't watch y'all put all the pressure on Sinetta and not mention King Simon. After I just listened to King Simon lie on Star Radio Show the other night. King Simon is the nigga that introduced Polight to everybody, not Sinetta. He introduced us all to Brother Polight. And him and Aminette was the ones that put together the marketing scheme that created the brand of Brother Polight. So one of the first things that made people start like really paying attention to Polight was that everybody, when they did lectures, it would be about, 30, 40 people in the fucking room. That was kind of like the normal amount of lectures. You get, normal amount of people that come to your shit. Once you start building up your shit, you get about 60, 70 people. Only a certain handful of people. And this is how they earned the names master teachers. It wasn't because of their information was that fucking deep. So y'all niggas knocked that shit off with fucking Phil Valentine and Delbert Blair and Bobby Hemming. They was the master teachers. Listen, they was the master teachers because those was the niggas that the promoters was sure that they could get a return on their investment. So when you booked a Phil Valentine, it was going to be 150 niggas to show up. When you booked Delbert Blair or Bobby Hemming, 150 niggas, 200 niggas was going to show up. So what King Simon was doing, because King Simon was the promoter for all those guys, is he would have Polight come and open up for them and say, yo, I'm gonna let my little bro come open up for you. And he would let Aminette film Polight speaking, and then she would film the whole audience. And then they would chop that and edit that and put that up as a Polight lecture. So when you're looking at the lecture, you thinking it's mad people in there. Like this one right here. If I'm correct, I think this is a Phil Valentine lecture. I'm almost certain.
And matter of fact, shout out to Phil Valentine. Phil Valentine has made a full transition to understanding the history and lineage of where he come from, dealing with the Aboriginal history, science, and culture. So yeah, shout out to Brother Phil, man. He goes in on the Aboriginal shit. He uses some of our sources that we gave out. So shout out to Brother Phil for making that 180 turn from the Afrocentric to the actual truth, to us being Aboriginal people of this land, man. So shout out to the 525 in the chat. Hit the like button. Drop some fire emojis in the chat. Let me know y'all can still hear and see everything clear. Let's continue to Surviving Brother Polight Part 3. You understand me? And let's get 600 people in the chat, man. So share this around.
Listen to what he said.
That's King Simon too. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You trying to kick King Simon out of this shit. You're a funny nigga because you played a clip of King Simon announcing Renita book. So now how nobody don't know nothing about this book? You got King Simon saying, stand up, everybody. Renita coming out with the new book. And the whole crowd, they clapping the shit up. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Renita coming out with her new book. Thank you, King Simon, for letting everybody know that we could buy Renita's book.
This is.
I was there. So I think that was a Phil Valentine lecture, but that's what he used to do. And after a while, Brother Polight built up enough money that he could book people and bring people in. And then that's when he really picked up, when he was able to pay Phil Valentine to come in and speak. And then he could couple himself with Phil or Delbert or whoever, you know. But that's how he always did his shit. And that's how he got the lecture. Hold on. That's how he got the lecture with Dr. Sabi. That very first that old lecture we see with him and Dr. Sabi didn't know him when that happened. When that first old lecture happened, Dr. Sabi does not know Brother Polight. King Simon is bringing Dr. Sabi in for a lecture. Dr. Sabi is famously late, and so he lets Polight warm up the audience until Sabi gets there. Later on, they cut and edit the shit, and it's like they cut and edit the shit and put it together where it looks like Polight is there going in with Sabi. You know what I'm saying?
So now you done heard four different experiences of manipulation, conning, and swindling from Polight from 3 different experiences. Inky being one of the ones in the community, maybe they had more of a camaraderie, and he's even explaining the kindness, the con artist, and the manipulation, and the lying, and the deceiving, and the deception that Polight displays.
Man, like,
wow. So brother, before I go back to Dr. Sabi, let me ask you, when you were in Cali, did he ever speak of Mayweather? Because he really act like him and Mayweather, that's his right-hand man. Did he ever speak of Mayweather?
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, now listen to how he even got cool with Mayweather. You remember Crypto Roots? Said he paid for the outfit, went to Tommy Hilfiger Polo, paid for the whole outfit, about a couple grand for him to go to the party with Mayweather, and he took his last few $100s to pay the valet. Now listen to how he even got cool with Louis Vuitton and all this shit. He went to a couple places, three different places. You remember what Crypto said he paid for everything. Listen to how Polight got cool with, even got into the inner realms, even meeting Mayweather. Listen to this shit.
He worked on that for a long time. But he
ever speak of Mayweather? Because he really act like him and Mayweather, that's his right-hand man. Did he ever speak of Mayweather?
Yeah, I mean, he worked on that for a long time, but he was like obsessive, like a stalker with that. But he created a real relationship with them. Yeah. But it started from him standing outside hotel rooms and all that. Like them niggas would never speak to him. So he could never get to speak to like no Mayweather or none of that. But
so he said they would never speak to him. He would be standing outside of hotels and hear that in these certain hotels, he'd get a room there and be standing there all day hoping to see him.
Wait, no, I'm gonna tell you how he got in.
And as soon as he see him, can I get a picture with you?
He would start talking to the guys that hang around. Like so he could never get to speak to like no Mayweather or none of that. But
so
I'm gonna tell you how he got in. He would start talking to the guys that hang around. Like, so when you move with a big entourage, right? When you move with a big entourage, the entourage got levels. Because it's niggas that's with you, but then it's niggas that's with the niggas that's with you. And then it's niggas that's with them. So like when the entourage pull up, everybody don't go inside the building. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas, you stay at the car. You know, you don't go no. Then some niggas, they go in the building, but they don't get to go all the way in the office where they discussing business. Like, so what Polight would do is work the smaller guys until he got cool with them, cool enough to just hang around. That's all he did. Cool enough to hang around so he could find out what party niggas is in.
Al Nunez, how did he stop you to get into your circle? I would like to hear this story from you. I might drop the link and let you come on. Just you alone.
And he just kept showing.
I have my moderators look and see if it's worth you coming on.
Went up to events until he starts talking to the guy P Grimy, P Realer, some shit like that. And he started giving them free books and he just was always around, hanging around. So, and then when he got his chance to meet Floyd, you know, he just kept coming around. And what happened is Floyd and his team doing their homework on Polight. They go to Polight Instagram to see if Polight really is who he say he is. And when they look, they see Polight standing next to mad other celebrities. So it gives them the impression that this nigga know mad celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But he don't. You know? I remember one night we were standing outside the Mondrian. I'm there with him. And Mobb Deep walks by. And they go into the next hotel from the Mondrian. And I had spoke to one of them because I know them from the neighborhood loosely, you know what I'm saying? And so Polight was inside doing something. And when he came out, I was like, oh yeah, Mobb Deep just passed through. That's, you know, that shit was crazy, you know, whatever, you missed it. And
hey Nunez, you might have to come on, man. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link here in a minute when I end this part 3, and I'll let you come on and drop your spiel with receipts, and we'll let you go in on Polight with your experience. So let's continue the live stream, y'all. We got 575 in the live stream. Share this around. Let's try to get 600 people in the live. Let's try to get 400 likes. Let's try to get 600 people watching. Let's try to get 400 likes, man. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys.
He was like, what?
This is surviving This is surviving Polight part 3. Part 4 will be here tomorrow.
Opportunity? Come on, let's go. And ran down to the next hotel and was like trying to go through the building to find what room and shit. I was like, yo, this is crazy. In fact, it's the same night.
Okay, Al Nunez, I'll let you come on. Just be ready for the link. We're gonna be ending this here about 30 minutes to an hour. So just stay in here with us. You know what I mean? We're gonna let you come on.
Because
I'll let you come on by yourself.
After we came out of that hotel, we were standing in front of Mondrian again, and that's when the White Jesus guy came up. So if people remember, we did a skit with White Jesus where we standing there, and it's a White Jesus character, literally. And he go, "How come y'all talking to me? Because I'm not for black folks," or some shit. But that shit went viral, you know what I'm saying? Like, or through the community anyway. But it was that same night, and so I learned.
I'm not even gonna get started. I just want what Inky got to tell about Polight, because I know it's things that Inky did in the community while running with Polight, getting his fair share of scamming economic gain from it too.
Then like, oh, this nigga's with the goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? So just shit like that, which like I can't stand around you if you do certain things like that, because
allegedly
I'm somebody. Like I'm not a person that's from nowhere or just became popular for herbs and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm somebody. I'm attached to real people. So when I see you doing certain things, I go, oh my God. And it's on spot. So it's not like I could come back in hindsight. But once I seen that, I was like, oh man. And thank God that trip wound up being the last trip that I fucked with him, because he did some sucker shit with a part of me coming back out there was supposed to be him making up to the people and turning over a whole new leaf. You know what I'm saying? So that never happened. He turned that into some whole other goofy shit, and just a bunch of different shit happened. And I left. At the time, I seen Yada like paid his.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you about Yada. That's what
Yada paid Polight to become somebody known in the community. Before Polight introduced Yada in the community, Yada was like flipping his identity on YouTube, like trying to find himself. So it's no shot to him. But I seen when he came in and he paid Polight. He told Polight he wanted to be a mentor. Polight charged him some old ridiculous number of money. And then after that, after he sent the wire through, Polight was online like, yo, Yada's a great healer and he's nutritional, this and that. When I seen that shit, I was like, yeah, I can't fuck with these niggas. This nigga's super goofy.
So now Yada is a staple on the internet now, as the know what he talking about guy.
Right. That's why. See, it's a lot of niggas that to me is goofy that I'll never watch. Or when people ask me about them, I'll be like, yo, I can't fuck with it. Because I seen you come. Like, I seen when you started your campaign and I seen how you started it. So he started it by paying Polight. Polight, dumbass. Polight, so dumb. Like, when you think you so smart, you ever heard the saying, play fool to catch the wise? Polight dumbass, soon as Yada paid him, he got a video on his Instagram page. Look, he got a video on his Instagram page of Yada and him in the Gucci store with Yada buying him clothes and shit. Yeah. And then the very next day, he announcing that Yada's a deep healer and all this other bullshit. And niggas be like, yo, Inky, what you think about Yada? I'm like, bro, stop asking me questions, because if you ask me any questions, I'm going to just sound like a hater.
I hope my wife ain't watching right now, because I remember one time she shot me one of the videos, and I was like, yeah, this is probably pretty sharp. But
and then what you seen? Yada lady done bust him out like he's selling the $1 fake shit for $200. Like, oh, that shit went crazy.
So
and I don't even blame Yada. I blame Polight, because Yada looked up to Polight. See, now here's the problem I have with Polight, which is another reason why Polight this shit need to be nipped in the bud. There's young brothers that's looking up to Polight, and they're looking honestly at the conscious community, and they honestly want to participate. And then they're meeting up with this goofy nigga, and he's showing them his crooked shit. And then they releasing into the community now based on his framework. That
nigga Inky going in, but hold on. We're going to get to this. We don't get too much primary first-hand experiences. So guess what? Brother Nunez, I'm going to drop the link. Brother Nunez, I'm dropping the link. You hit the link and come on. Make sure you put your name as your name in the chat. And just you only. I'm not letting nobody else on right now. Just Nunez, come on. Got 600 people in the chat. Nunez gonna come on and talk about how Polight scammed him in his crib, drove his car, and took his information. Let's go. Make sure you share this on all your social media outlets. I just gave the link to the brother Nunez. Is he in the chat still? Link is out there. As we wait on this brother, we'll take a 30-second break. Give y'all enough time to. We'll take 2 30-second breaks. Give y'all enough time to go use the restroom, wash your hands, get something to drink, or whatever, and we'll be right back, guys. So make sure you hit the like button, share this around on all your social media outlets, and drop some fire emojis. Nunez, hit the link, bro. You making a lot of claims and say you got receipts. Let's hear it from the birds. Now, hit the link, Nunez. Hey, Nunez, come on in. Come on in, Nunez. I dropped the link. Hit the stream, your link. Trying to give you 30 seconds. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, Nunez didn't hit the link, so I guess he fraud. Let's get back to our Surviving Polight Part 3. Let's get back to Surviving Polight Part 3. Let's get to it. Let's get right to it. I ain't gonna wait around no longer. Let's go.
That he gave them. So I attribute all the goofy shit that Yada went through all to Polight tutelage. I don't put none of that on Yada. You know what I'm saying? Because later on, Yada figured out quick, like, oh, this nigga Polight super goofy. So then you got Yada saying he not fucking with brother Polight. And the crazy shit is the timing of those videos was so funny because Polight had got evicted from one of his cribs, and the word had got out that Polight was evicted, homeless, living in hotels and shit. So in order to prove he got money, he got like this white Rolls Royce looking type of car and made a video and said that he just bought 2 mountains. Yo, I swear to fucking.
I remember he bought an island though.
Yo, listen. I almost peed on myself when he said he bought 2 mountains. I said, yo.
Polight said and lied and
this
said
nigga.
Polight said he bought 2 mountains. Go to line, fraud, deception.
He bought an island though.
Yo, listen. Audio and said that he just bought 2 mountains. Yo, I swear to fucking.
I remember he bought an island though.
Yo, listen. I almost peed on myself when he said he bought 2 mountains. I said, yo, this nigga here. I said, yo, this nigga's amazing. I said, listen, this nigga's better than Will Smith in that movie when Will Smith was doing the slick shit. I said, yo, this nigga is insane. And then look, who the fuck? Now listen, y'all talking about a warning sign. You goofy fucking ass adults should be ashamed of yourself. A nigga told you he bought 2 fucking mountains and you niggas needed more warning signs? How does a nigga that buys 2 mountains also say hit the donation button right there? Come on now. How does a nigga that bought 2 mountains say, can you hit the donation button right there? What the fuck?
And then they hit the button.
And they hit the button. I'm like, what the fuck are these niggas doing? Hey, wait, look. The next day after he do that, then Yada make his video saying he don't fuck with Polight, and then he say he just bought 2 mountains. I said, what the fuck? So clearly, Yada bought a little bit of property up in a mountain, and then listening to Polight, he exaggerating the shit. But Polight was counting on telling people that Yada's property was his property, and that he was setting up a healthy retreat center up in the mountains for people to go do the Sadie program with him up in the mountains at this retreat. But it was Yada shit, and Yada found out the nigga was goofy and cut the nigga off, so he couldn't run that shit no more. See, all these things, if niggas think back, they remember all this shit. So it's not a matter of me having to make up nothing. Niggas seen this goofy nigga with the white Rolls Royce, the old time looking car, telling niggas he just bought mountains.
It's a fact. He just like he lied and told Crypto Roots. Rest in peace to Crypto Roots. Polight scammed that brother to death to the point where 150,000 was conned out of him, and he stressed him to death. He died of a heart attack, asthma attack in July of this year. So rest in peace to that brother. But he lied and told that man he was a crip. He'll lie and say anything, flat out.
And niggas believed it.
And One time Polight had got mad, and I think he told people, and somebody asked in the chat that he had bought you a house in Detroit or something like that.
No. He didn't know. He didn't say that he bought me. That's I don't know how that story got.
I don't know either.
But no. Let me say, because it's truth to the story. But that's how technology works. I keep trying to explain to people, mixing truth with falsehood and taking shit out of context is how you spread technology.
That's how you manipulate.
So my house got flooded. At the time, my house got flooded. My baby's up in there. You know what I'm saying? So I need something now. You know what I'm saying? I had money. But when you buy it,
Detroit bought that nigga Polight that he bought him a house in Detroit. Was it a rundown house? Was it an abandoned house? Let's talk about it, Inky.
House, for people that know, it's not an overnight process. You're not just, it's not like an outfit. You don't just walk in the store and grab the house you in there. It's paperwork and all kind of shit you got to do. So Polight hits me and was like, yo, well, I got a couple of joints up in PA. You know what I'm saying? And I got the deed. You could just come move in right now. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So we get up to PA and it's timeshare shit. So I'm already like, bro, I told you I can't fuck with this, goofy shit here. So he sits me down with somebody that's supposed to be an owner of the timeshare. And he tells me that there's a whole timeshare property, but as they trying to rebuild it, they trying to.
Hey, hit the like button, y'all. We got 565 in the chat. Hit the like button. Let's get up to 400 likes. Let's try to get 600 people in the chat, y'all. Share this on all your social media outlets. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys that came in the chat. And listeners, appreciate y'all. High vibes and love. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let's go.
Sell off some of the older units and reduce their size. So, the older units is like they dumping them for the low. I put that cash in Polight hand, never got the motherfucking deed. So there is a video floating because there's a certain type of energy I bring around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, Polight is like a scary nigga. He's not like a thorough type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's another type of energy that he needed me around for. Like, Tazariak and them will tell you, you know what I'm saying? So when that Cross the Line video went up, I was there at the Cross the Line shit. Like, niggas forget, all these places I'm there. I'm at the Cross the Line shit. When you go back tonight, if niggas turn this video off tonight and pull up the Cross the Line video, you're going to see me standing right there. And I was getting ready to cross the line, but I realized that I couldn't jump the gun and go further than a nigga willing to go for his own wife and kids. You know what I'm saying? But Tazariak and them niggas was going crazy. He was calling Amanet all kind of dumb bitches and everything. He was going nuts in front of Polight. You know what I'm saying? So I was ready to jump the line and you know what I'm saying? Like, and in my mind, I'm like, this nigga told me all this crip superior shit. I'm like, nigga, it's time. This is, it's time to, we got to, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you get your ass beat sometimes, but sometimes you still got to fight. Like, it's certain times where it's like, come on.
It's go time.
We got to get our ass beat out here. Because it was a bunch of Hebrew Israelites. It was just me and Polight and the women and shit. And Sinetta, of course. But Sinetta, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, we getting ready to get our asses beat. But we get ready to get our asses beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, Polight was scared to death. And I'm talking about visibly.
And y'all remember that scene, right? Where cross the line, Captain Tazariak, Polight, cross the fucking line. And I'm gonna beat your ass. Polight never crossed the line. He said he thought they was going to cross the line and get it in. He said, but Polight was scared.
Shaking, like you could see he was trembling and shit. Like, so I never edited the shit out of that video. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. So I'm saying is Polight's a scary guy. One time on Hunt 25th, hold on, there's another incident where you could really see it. You know what I'm saying? Polight, Renita's father popped up and he literally wanted every bit of fucking smoke with Polight. And Polight was like hiding behind Bezo and the niggas that used to be right there in front of Harlem Mart and shit and started crying because homeboy was barking on him, talking about beating his ass. He literally broke into tears. So, yeah, we see the real tears.
I know y'all remember that with Captain Tazariak and Brother Polight, y'all remember that? Shit, let's play a little clip of it. Let's play a little clip.
Your father is a child molester, period. Right. And he got in his feelings. Right.
Damn. It's funny he called his father a child molester. Fast forward to 2021. What has Polight been charged with today?
He got mad and he thought he was going to punk cop. That's who he called. He's a fucking child molester. Your father is a child molester, period. Right. And he got in his feelings. Right. He got mad and he thought he was going to punk cop his eye. If you want to cross the road, cross the fucking road. That's what you do. Don't sit here and talk shit like what's going to pop up, what's going to do this. If you're going to cross the line, cross the fucking line. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here. That's what you do.
So we'll leave that video right there. Y'all go check that out. That is on Captain Tazariak and them channel, man. Polight got punked out. That's the scene that he's talking about. We'll leave that video right there. Y'all go check that out. That is on Captain Tazariak and them channel. That ain't what I wanted to play. You understand? So let's go back to it.
Hiding behind Bezo and the niggas that used to be right there in front of Harlem Martin shit, and started crying because homeboy was barking on him, talking like hiding behind Bezo and the niggas that used to be right there in front of Harlem Martin shit, and started crying because homeboy was barking on him, talking about beating his ass. He literally broke into tears. So yeah, we've seen the real teardrops. I don't know about the teardrops he said he had on Vlad TV, but we've seen the real teardrops when homeboy was like, I will fuck you up. These is my daughters. But like was like, oh, why are you trying to get like that? I was like, wow. You know, it just be moments where niggas that you look at a certain way, do some shit, and you be like,
When you went to Cali, right? Did you stay at his house?
I did.
It was that a timeshare also?
Nah, he was in an apartment.
He's in an apartment, and so when he recently do this thing where he goes to what's the most exotic place, the big exotic place over there in the desert. I forget what it's called.
Oh, I don't know. Vegas?
No. I'm talking about over there in the east.
Dubai?
When he went to Dubai. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, yeah, but he went there for free. It wasn't like he spent no money to go over there. He went over there as a hangers-on of Floyd Mayweather's entourage.
Because I was gonna say, Polight, and that was gonna segue me into this question. Now, Polight said, I mean, allegedly, according to the report, of the rape that he's now charged with, the mother says that Polight says, please don't report this. It's going to ruin my career.
Yeah. And now I'm hearing shit that they attacking the girl, saying that the girl had fake ID and blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying to myself.
But no, I wanted to ask you though about.
Wait. I just want to say to this. To the people that's stupid enough to even start to listen to no dumb shit like that, don't even start to listen to it. Because I didn't really hear it, like it was hearsay to me, but don't even start to listen to no dumb shit like that. Because if it's ID only matters when you're dealing with a stranger. Meaning,
but no, that was
hold on. Wait. If I go out to a nightclub and I meet a girl and she got a nice body and this and that, and I ask her how old she is. She say whatever. She in the club, so I gotta assume she's 21 or 18, whatever the club limits is. I ask her how old she say. That's one thing. But if this is your wife, daughter,
there we go.
ID don't fucking matter. What the fuck are you talking about? This is your wife, not your girlfriend, not a bitch you just met last week, not the jump off, not the overnight, dun-dun. Your wife. Of course you know what her daughter's age is. You don't need an ID to know whether her. Come on now. Like, These people just, I'm talking about these motherfuckers is dumb as bricks. I don't know how this community claims to be the smartest community. A lot of these motherfuckers, I'm gonna tell you the problem. A lot of these niggas be setting examples. So a lot of these people follows Unc. And Unc is an illiterate nigga that likes to take pictures sitting in front of books. And that, I'm gonna tell you, the funniest thing on earth to me, I watch Unc and I cracks up.
You be careful now. That's my homeboy.
Listen, I cracks up watching Unc till I cry. Unc don't even know how to read, and he always sitting in front of books. I said, this nigga here is the biggest con. He's bigger con man than Polight, pretending he know how to read. It's a straight con. So all these people now, they buy books, but they don't read them. And I experienced that afterwards when I start going to people's houses and shit. I go in niggas' houses immediately. They show, I got Behold a Pale Horse. I got this book here by Francis Cress Welsing. I got this one and that one and blah, 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 blah. Oh, Chancellor Williams. I said, so did you read that? Oh, I'm about to get on it next week. I'm about to start that up. Oh, did you read this one? Oh, yeah, I read a few pages.
Who's on crack pipe? I love y'all. All y'all new subscribers, y'all right on home. Y'all right on home. Y'all got jokes. We got empathy.
Hey, make sure y'all hit the like button, man. We got 580 in the chat. Let's try to get to 600 in the chat, y'all. Let's try to reach the goal to get 600 in the chat. So share this on all your social media outlet. Peace and blessings and love to each and every one of you that came in the chat. This is your brother Aboriginal Power, and this is Surviving Brother Polight Part 3.
We care about the young sisters. We care about our sisters. We care about our brothers being swindled. We can laugh at this goofy stuff, and we can try to move on and fix it. Y'all right at home here on More Shrub TV. Make sure y'all keep coming back. But go on.
No, I'm just saying, it's a lot of goofy niggas. Like, we've been seeing Unc take pictures in front of books all the time. And so it's like, you see how, if you get into psychology, you see how it's easy. Like, for instance, if you get into psychology, you could see how easy it was. Once Polight worked the smaller guys and built himself up, you could see how once he got in Floyd Mayweather's presence, it was easy for him to work his way into Floyd Mayweather's closeness, because Floyd Mayweather, you know, he's not that well-read book-wise.
I knew you was gonna say that.
No. But it's the truth. So we always value the things that we don't have, or the things that's hardest for us to get. You see what I'm saying? So Unc always take pictures next to books because he can't read. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't mean to laugh, but you just so sincere when you say this. Like,
I got the video showing that Unc can't read.
It sounds like you got real concern. Like he does it because he can't read.
Well, no, seriously, because I do, because
Unc can't read. I remember the experience I had with him. He didn't know the difference between 2,500 years old and 2,500 BC. He didn't know the difference, which is about a 2,000 year difference, which is very significant when making those claims.
He's teaching niggas about scientific literacy. I'm like, bro, you can't even spell fucking scientific literacy. What the fuck is going on with Unc? I said, man, I got videos where Unc telling people that melanin is that white people are more healthy at reproducing because they got less melanin. So melanin makes it harder for you to reproduce. I got video with Unc not knowing how to, like, man, forget about it. I got plenty of videos.
He's talking about Uncle Cat from the Amun-Ra squad. Unc from the Amun-Ra squad.
Unc proving that he don't know how to read, though. So it was like, once I seen it like him, and I'm like, why the fuck? And I'm just saying to myself, why are you not smart enough to just not do that on camera? Like, you gotta know, because you had to be the dumb kid in school. So like, why would you come on camera and like try to read in front of people? Like, that's to be something that you know you don't do, my nigga. Like, why would you do that on camera, Unc? Like, that's the dumbest thing for Unc to do, is like read on camera. And then niggas be trying to posture up like, my bad. I'm gonna get off Unc, because I could, because Unc is just like one of the dumbest niggas of all time, though. My bad, though. Respect to Unc, though. Shout out to Unc and all them niggas. But you know, Unky Kong. You know?
In the audience, in the chat, they said let Inky flow. Great Sheik, don't cut him off. Let him flow.
Listen, because it's a fact, man. They all seen Unc looking super crazy. Like, and the people remember when I came to the community and I introduced the concept of horizontal gene transfer. When I introduced the concept of horizontal gene transfer, Unc was one of the leading voices that you heard telling everybody that that was a pseudo science. Inky made that up. Inky's a dumbass. Inky don't have a real education. There's no such thing as horizontal gene transfer. That's not a real science. That's stupid. That's pseudo. And then fast forward, Unc is telling you he's some type of expert on viruses. I'm like, you can't say to us just a few years ago that you never heard of the concept of horizontal gene transfer, and then poof, overnight, you a viral fucking expert. Because viruses move through a fucking environment based on horizontal gene transfer. So the moment you tell niggas that you never heard of horizontal gene transfer, what you're telling everybody is that you've never, ever, ever even sat through a video on viruses, nigga, because viruses is the basic under fucking standing. It's horizontal gene transfer. So look, I be laughing at these niggas now trying to sound smart, looking goofy. Like I just laugh at these niggas.
But somebody put in the chat too that Sinetta is not the sharpest knife in the drawer either. Because Sinetta be saying some real weird stuff too. And you have been there around Sinetta. Is Sinetta a bit slow too? Kind of like one that is not well read and looking for something that he doesn't have in Brother Polight, and maybe that's the relationship, a part of the relationship that was intriguing to him.
Listen. I have a warm spot for Si.
I know you do, but it's Sinetta the dummy.
So what I'm gonna say is,
no, you got to tell it. You got to tell it like it is and apologize to Si later. He do it all the time. He throw us under the bus and apologize. Why can't we throw him under the bus? After I finish dragging him for the next month, I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna say I apologize. He did it to me every 6 months. Why not? I apologize, but I'm gonna say everything was true. I only apologize if you're feeling.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that Sinetta tells people that he's a cameraman. He doesn't position himself as a scholar. So I'm gonna say that
he said I teach her. No.
Sinetta is pretty slow.
Back in the days, he'd do like white Jesus shit, but all that drive-by on the Hebrew shit, all that's Polight fucking invention, bro.
So
because Polight doesn't have content. Polight has never came up with no fucking content.
That's what I want to ask you.
Wait, listen. All the content that we know from Brother Polight is stolen from somewhere else.
This is what I want to ask you. And doing my research, brother, this is crazy, Ink.
Let's get 100 more likes in the building, y'all. We got 573 in the building. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Peace and blessings. Much love and high vibes. Let's get 100 more likes. This is part 3 of Surviving Brother Polight. Part 4 will be here tomorrow. Make sure you hit the like button and share this on all your social media outlets. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button.
This journey here really blew my mind. I see him politicking with the Moors. I see Lord Abba. They had a table together. I'm like, what in the world is Lord Abba?
This is what you're going to see. You're going to see Polight with some people that he's being nice to. And then right after he's with them for a little while, you're going to see him absorb their shit. And then that's him right now. That's his identity now. And he's going to try to move them out the way so that it's not like he steals your identity and then move you out the light so they can only see him being you. So that's the craziest shit with this nigga. But
he has amazing recall brain.
No, his memory is insane. I can't never take that away. I've never seen a nigga with a stronger memory. But hold on. Polight is one of them niggas that could read like a chapter of a book and then would close the book and then remember it. But he's like a Rain Man kind of way because he can't make sense of it. So he's not creative. He can't arrange patterns. His mind don't function like that. But he can remember some shit. That's why it's easy to catch him looking ridiculous because he doesn't understand patterns, which is why him and people that he's brainwashing can't understand why we saying we don't need to wait till September 15th, nigga, because you've established a pattern.
I'm gonna end this video right here, man. We'll get ready to get into some other things dealing with Brother Polight as well. We're gonna end that. Let's get into some other things. Make sure you hit that like button, man. I got a nice video lined up for you guys. I got a nice video. Let's get into it real quick. You know what I mean? Let's get right into it. This is a brother that was scammed by Brother Polight. This is someone who was scammed by Brother Polight as well. I believe for $100 with proof. Let's get into the video.
I'll make the rant. We'll pause it real quick so I can watch The Office. All right. So I'm about to charge this. So I'm going to tell you what I'm about to charge. This Brother Polight crap is a scam. So I take the day trading course because I be trading stocks already. I'm already day trading, already making money and losing money doing day trading, right? And so I take this course to see what else is out there, right? First of all, do course takes a month to start, right? It's $100. Ain't no big deal. But first week, like even the platforms they're using bullshit, right? Like the trading platforms. And I ain't gonna go into it, right? They're using Webull and Robinhood. Like, yeah, fuck it. Damn. I'm gonna edit that out. And and dude, I'm sorry. Dude is like with first week, dude talk about some basic stuff, how you gonna get you to the money ASAP, right? But then you ain't getting to the money. The second week roll around, dude ain't even got the course. So now we 5 weeks into this thing, right? Dude holding on to my $100 for 5 weeks, right? I ain't learned shit, right? So I tell the dude, give my money back. Some dude named BJ called me up, right? And he's super insecure and stuff. And BJ, like my phone died. That's why I'm about to charge it. BJ calls me back talking about some, we got a no refund guarantee. Is there any reason why you dissatisfied with the course? I'm like, there's no course to be taken. Like, I got the emails, y'all rescheduling and all this kind of stuff, and we're gonna do it this week and that week. Like, bro, like if this stuff pre-recorded, and then it was pre-recorded. He made me wait a whole month for something pre-recorded. It's not even live. If this stuff pre-recorded, bruh, it don't even make sense. So my phone hangs up. Dude calls back on a different line, like he's some chick I'm arguing with at fucking 14 or something, right? Like, see if I blocked his number. Like, dude, I ain't blocked your number till after you call me from another phone line to be secure that I didn't hang up on you, right? My phone died, dude. Anyway, it's a scam. It's on American Express. I'm gonna get my money back, but I just want you.
Yeah, that boy is scam. That boy running the whole swindle. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into some other shit. Let's get into some other shit lined up. I'm gonna play this and we're gonna end the video on this note. This is Sinetta last night. Listen to
all right, Unc. I want you to know I got 4,000 people in the building.
This is Inky, and this is Brother Unc responding to me, the Exposing Polight series, part 1, 2, and 3. Obviously, and this is him also responding to Inky and Tahaka Bay. Let's go.
This ain't it, nigga. Call me when you finish.
Okay. Okay, got you, brother. Right. Got you.
So if I can bang, I'm gonna stay on this motherfucker.
Say that again.
What you talking about right now?
Well, I'm talking about what's going on with me and Polight. It's just me and Polight, me and his situation.
You still talking? And you ain't talking about bitch ass Inky?
No, I didn't.
You in this shit?
No, I didn't see Inky video. I didn't see none of that. I'm just dealing with what's going on. I didn't see none of that, Unc. I never seen one video of Inky's. Because even if I did, I don't got no response for him, brother. I really don't.
All right, that's what I need you to do. Stop fucking with the nigga forever. Do that.
Yeah.
I needed you.
What the nigga do though, Unc? What the nigga do?
What you mean? Nigga. Well, don't look at the video.
I don't want to watch it because I know how I am.
Right. Don't Don't watch. Timothy Harper, they all the way in, yo. Don't watch it. You in it on some old bullshit. Put the responsibility where it's supposed to be at. How about that?
Yes.
But Inky, he's a bitch ass nigga all the way. Trust me with that.
Damn, man, Inky pieced out too. He don't know that this shit will soon pass. And why would he jump the fence like that?
You would never peace out with a pedophile nigga. How about that? Because remember, he the nigga, he lived with Polight.
Yeah.
So anybody would know it would be him. Now wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He was in that organization. You never was in his organization, brother.
Never.
You never was over Polight house. He was in New Covenant wearing the hats and all that.
Yeah, but not only that, and he knows I'm not lying on him, but Inky straight up said he used to see Aminette and all of them walking back and forth in their panties because he lived with Polight. So he said that he used to see them walking back and forth with their panties on, and he said, "Sir, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but goddamn, I think Polight was trying to set me up or do something." I said, "Brother, I don't know none of that. I don't know, bro, for real."
Look at him, disrespectful. He's a disrespectful ass nigga.
Damn, Inky flipped on me.
You ain't supposed to be looking at nobody wide.
And the funny thing about it is, Inky didn't say shit about Sinetta. He actually kind of took up for Sinetta and said he really did the Black Power banging thing. He ain't really no teacher, so I don't really look for him for much. He actually took up for Sinetta. Unc mad at him because Unc on her line and he mad at Inky because they was talking about Unc's crack pipe. Now listen, and he was talking about Unc too though, but he mad.
None of that shit. He's a disrespectful ass pedophile.
So he did. So you saying he flipped on me, Unc?
We just heard the video from what he talking about. Well, you didn't hear him go in on Sinetta like it.
What? Man, what you talking about?
I told you.
All the way, nigga.
Oh my God, my man, Inky flipped the script.
How's that your man, yo? Like I always told you, when a nigga take my phone conversation, when he called me up 12 o'clock at night, I already knew he was a motherfucking fan.
People telling me, "Sorry, you better go in on him." I'm not going in on nothing. He got the last word. I don't give a fuck about that, man.
Listen, I'm not asking you to go in.
No, not you, Unc. I'm not saying you. Not you. I was reading the comment.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you, get away from the weirdo niggas. If the niggas is wearing hats with designs on them, if the niggas is starting to talk about the spaceship, fake shit, get the fuck away from the weirdos. This is the weirdo time.
Yeah.
Inky with the gold in his mouth, having niggas on fruit passes while he in McDonald's chomping down on Big Macs is a fucking weirdo.
Damn.
Oh, mad as hell.
Damn, man. All right, brother. Thank you, Unc. Thank you, man.
Appreciate that golden moment.
Yes,
to
sir.
the bitch ass niggas. Yeah,
Right.
pseudo killers on deck.
Yeah, no doubt. Peace.
All right, so we're gonna end the video right there, man. Part 4 will be here tomorrow. Part 4, Surviving Brother Polight. Part 4 will be here tomorrow. Make sure y'all be here at the same time. If y'all not following me on Instagram, make sure you go follow me on Instagram at big_aboriginal_power. That's on Instagram. And on Clubhouse, go at me at Copper Grizzly, all one word. Copper Grizzly, one word. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and share this on all your social media outlets. We got 500 still in here. All I ask for you guys is to drop some fire emojis. Flood the chat with fire emojis before we get out of here. Flood the chat with some fire emojis and hit the like button on your way out. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys in the chat. Peace and blessings. Make sure you drop some fire emojis in the chat. I'm going to end this with a little jam. I always feature a local artist. Make sure y'all go check out the brother Trey Ali. Check out the song Trey Ali, Black Codes. It's out on all your finest websites right now. iTunes, SoundCloud, fucking YouTube, everything. It's your brother Trey Ali. Y'all go check him out, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Rhyme so so dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? Eat $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah. God's children, give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God of Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to something. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you could change a whole world through a vote, huh? Like slave masters willing to let their slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse, a black king strategy. When blacks were your majesty, they always hide your pyramids but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patent accurately. Yeah. And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like, I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit. I'm just getting started. Y'all niggas rap about busting guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people back, nigga.